Hello, royal folks. It's good to see you all here again. This is your regular dose of royal news and analysis. But before we start, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Thanks. The king will receive a specially made ceremonial sword next week when he travels to Edinburgh. On Thursday, craftsmen unveiled the new sword, named the Elizabeth after the late Queen. The king is to be presented with the honours of Scotland at a national service of thanksgiving at St. Giles Cathedral on July 5, but will be given the new sword on the Monday before. The Elizabeth is to fill the gap left by the Sword of State, otherwise known as the Papal Sword, which has not been used at public events in recent years due to its deteriorating condition. The sword was designed by Duchess, an advocate from St. Andrews. The sword's design takes inspiration from both thistles and the Scottish landscape. Mr. Dennis said, "There's never been anything like it before. It was a concept, and the concept was simply this: it had to work. It had to work as a ceremonial sword, so its overall dimensions are about the same as the Papal Sword, but it also had to be entirely different. So the nature of it, the fact that the hilt and the quillings are a swirling thistle you'll never have seen before on another sword. Gilded as it is, it looks appropriate. It looks like a sword of state." Mr. Dennis said he wanted to create something that truly represents Scotland, not with the Scotty dogs and whiskey bottles and things, but really integrally the land, the symbols, and the sense of Scotland. Engraved on one side of the blade is the royal motto, "In my defence God me defend, and nemo me impugn licessit." The motto of the Order of the Thistle is engraved on the other. Mr. Dennis is certain the king will be happy with the specially crafted blade. He said, "We're going to be presenting it to him on Monday, and I think he will say, well, this is very nice." He loves craftsmanship, and it'll be the craftsmen, the people who made it, who are there to present it to them, our Elizabeth, to become his. So I think it will be a wonderful moment for us. Alan Beatty Harriet, the sculptor who was commissioned to create the sword's hilt, was originally asked to fashion two swords around 8 years ago, but says the idea was shelved as the project was deemed too political. It was not until the late Queen died last year when the Scottish government approved the creation of a new sword in her honor. Mr. Harriet said, "I personally think that the people of Scotland should be really proud that they still have the ability, the craftspeople, to produce something as lovely as this. This is a beautiful object, and it's very Scottish." As Mark has said, it's not about Scotty dogs, it's not about tartan or whatever, but it is symbolically, it's of Scotland. That's what I think about it. Mr. Harriet traveled with a small group to the Isle of Iona to source the stone that would eventually be used as an integral part of the sword pommel. Asked if he thinks the king would like the sword, he said, "He's a very cultured man, and I think he's actually going to love it. I think he'll be very complimentary. There's not a great deal not to like about this piece. It really is quite spectacular, and I think it does the job, as they say. So I think he'll be delighted, and he'll be very interested in how it was put together and the story behind it. And I think also he'll be delighted that it's for his coronation." Paul MacDonald, a swordsmith of 25 years, was one of the key team members involved in creating the Elizabeth. Asked about how he felt after being asked to create the sword, he said, "I could say a little intimidating because I realized the significance of it was one thing, but also working as a collaborative with different craftsmen was another level. We had to keep various wheels turning and moving at the same time. But challenges aside, it was such a special honor all the way through from start to finish." So what do you think about this news, guys? Thank you for tuning in to today's discussion. As always, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments section below. Stay tuned for more updates on the intriguing world of royalty. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you again with some more fascinating news about the royal family. Thank you.